This is Awesome News Daily. I'm David Beach, finding stories and sharing them right here for you. Stories like this. Yep, still dealing with a kind of weird voice, but it was fine this morning, and then I sat down to record and suddenly it's gone. Well, here's today's story. Now, I got this from a friend, and it came from Nextdoor, which is an app where you can connect to people in your neighborhood. So I think it leans more towards legit than not, but it also has that quality of being a little too good, but man, it gets you. So I thought I'd share it, and maybe that'll open up the sinuses. Now, I'm going to read the story directly. I'm still sitting in my driveway right now, staring at my steering wheel with tears streaming down my face. I didn't think I would be posting this on here, but my heart is so incredibly full right now, and I just need to share with this community. I was at our local grocery store after one of the longest, most exhausting weeks of my life. I was tired, in a terrible mood, and honestly just wanted to grab a quick sandwich and head home to lock myself away from the world. While I was waiting in the checkout lane, there was an older gentleman in front of me. He was incredibly neat, wearing a slightly faded but iron suit jacket, and he looked so frail. All he was trying to buy was a small, simple bouquet of yellow roses and 2 cans of soup. When the cashier rang up his items, he swiped his card, declined. He looked confused and apologized and tried a different card, declined again. You could see the absolute panic and embarrassment set in. His hands started shaking as he began searching his pockets for cash. Pulling out only a few crumpled singles and some coins, he looked up at the cashier, his eyes watering, and said, "I'm sorry. I thought I had enough on here. Please put the flowers back. I'll take the soup." The cashier was young and didn't really know what to do. I didn't even think about it. I just stepped forward, tapped my card on the reader, and told the cashier to put it all on my tab. It was barely $15. The gentleman turned around shocked. He tried to refuse, saying he couldn't possibly accept it. I just looked at him, smiled, and said, "Please let me do this. You deserve to have a beautiful morning." He quietly thanked me, took his bags, and walked out. I finished checking out, grabbed my sandwich, and walked out to the parking lot. But as I got to my car, I saw him. He was sitting on the concrete curb next to the exit, holding yellow roses to his chest, quietly crying. I walked over and sat down on the curb next to him, and I asked him if he was okay. What he told me completely broke my heart. Today was his wedding anniversary. His wife had passed away 3 years ago from a long illness that wiped out all of their retirement savings. Every single year on this day, he brings her yellow roses because they were her absolute favorite. He told me he was so desperate to not break their tradition today that he spent his last few dollars on gas just to get to the store, hoping against hope his card would work somehow. He looked at me, his eyes red and wet, and said, "I was sitting here praying, asking her what I was supposed to do. And then you walked out. You didn't just buy flowers today, you let me keep my promise to my wife." We sat on the curb together for almost 30 minutes. He told me about how they met in college, and how they loved to garden together, and how much he misses her voice. By the time I stood up to leave, he gave me the tightest hug I've received in years. I drove home realizing how easily we get swallowed up in our own minor daily stresses. We complain about traffic, being tired, little things, and there are people living right next to us carrying mountains of quiet grief, needing a tiny shred of human kindness to get through the day. Then the author writes, "Please check on your neighbors. Smile at the stranger in the checkout line. You never ever know whose promise you might be helping them keep, or what you might be helping them get through." That's what this podcast is based on. Those little things that can make a huge difference. So think about it. Thank you for listening. And thank you for putting up with my voice and the new issues of going to a new platform and all of the situations I'm going through. Keep those prayers coming, folks. Thanks for listening. Have fun. Go find a way to make someone's day.